Obviously, the Brewers going to the postseason out of the Central. So too are the Chicago Cubs, set to have a best-of-3 series wild card round against the San Diego Padres, who a star-studded lineup there. Eduardo, what stands out about that series?
I love the San Diego Padres. Look, Fernando Tatis Jr. to me stands out right at the top of the order. He was out for a few days because of an illness, comes back, starts hitting for power. And this is who he is. He loves the lights. And we are about to see Fernando Tatis Jr. most likely at 3:30 on ABC just absolutely crush. I think this is, moments are made for players. Fernando Tatis, obviously they got a lot of other superstars on this team, but their bullpen is lights out as well. It can pitch with any lineup. It can shut down any lineup. That's why I like the Padres a lot here.
Right, the Padres are 27th in the major leagues in home runs. But you're right, Eddie. Tatis gets hot, which he is right now, and takes that into the postseason. He gives them a chance. But Davey Johnson, the late Davey Johnson, used to always tell me, you win in October with bench and bullpen. And they have the deepest, most versatile bullpen, even without Jason Adam, who was so important for them. But when you can run those power arms out, they have 4 or 5 of them in the last 3 innings of the game. That is a devastating bullpen. If they can get their starting rotation, Dylan Cease included, to keep the lead and give a lead to the 7th inning, I really like where the Padres are.
Presumably Pivetta, Cease, then maybe Darvish and Michael King going up against a Cub lineup that has blown hot and cold at times this year, Jeff, but there's no question they need that one sweet left-handed swing back in that lineup.
Yeah, and Kyle Tucker finally returned after being out, Kevin, since September 2nd with tightness in his left calf. Inserting him back into the middle of this lineup really makes the Cubs about as whole as they've been in a long time. And they need it because their offense in the second half has not been good. They were a top 5 offense in the first half. They've been around 20th in runs scored in the second half this season. And getting him hot, getting Pete Crow Armstrong hot, getting them back to swinging the way that they were in the first half is absolutely imperative. But like you said, they're going to have to do it against some high velocity. 6 guys out of the bullpen with the San Diego Padres throw 98 plus miles per hour. They're going to be facing high octane fastballs. They're going to be facing heavy spinning breaking balls, and they're going to be facing strikeout stuff. And having the patience to lay off pitches outside of the zone, I think, is going to be the difference between whether the Cubs advance or don't.
You know, if you look at all the teams that are here, you know, everybody tried to get better. San Diego, A.J. Preller took it to another level during the trade deadline. He took it to a level of, we're going to win this thing. It's not just to try to get in. I'm going to build the best bullpen I can to get in this thing. I will mortgage the future like he's had in the past. But this time, there was something different about it. They went out, they got Ryan O'Hearn as well from the left side. They went in, and when they got Mason Miller, everybody's like, wait a second. This is not a team you want to face. I don't care where, on the road or at home. I don't care if they're 27th in the league in home runs. It's a dangerous team, especially in October this time around. Let's see what happens.
Nick Pivetta has had a great year. He's been a very underrated pitcher, and he's very resourceful. He was telling me earlier this year that he picked up a new pitch in the bullpen just watching tape in the bullpen, like, this is how you throw, and he took it into the game. This is what our pitchers can do today, and he's going to be their #1 starter. And like we said, if they can find a 2 and a 3 behind him at the top of their game and hand it to the bullpen, Padres are dangerous.
We sat on this desk at the trade deadline, and I remember thinking, when the Padres kept making all those moves, surely the next move is going to be to trade away Dylan Cease or Robert Suarez. And instead, A.J. Preller pushed all the chips to the middle of the table here. And, Jeff, here are the Padres in the postseason with one of the most talented lineups still in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, Eddie, I got to push back a little bit here. I think it does matter that the San Diego Padres are 28th in Major League Baseball in home runs hit this season. I mean, haven't we learned that you win in the postseason by hitting home runs? You advance in the postseason by hitting home runs? They're really, if they can't knock the ball out of the park, they're really going to have to thread the needle there, because when you're facing those mega bullpens in later rounds, you know, the Cubs don't have it necessarily, but others do. When you're facing that, it's going to be tough to string together runs and to go station to station. That's when the home run really matters for them. And that's why they need the power from Jackson Merrill that they haven't gotten this year. And they need Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis and others to step up. And they're going to really miss Ramon Laureano, who had been one of their best hitters since coming over at the trade deadline. He's going to be out for at least the wild card round. Do you think, Eddie, that they can really get past the fact that they don't homer in a game that is defined by home runs in 2025?
And I understand clearly what you're saying, but I think they can because of their pitching. I think their pitching has given them the opportunity and the ability to win ball games, keep it close. Offensively, they can beat you in so many ways. The outlier here is a guy that really is probably downgraded because of his defense and his lack of power, and that's Luis Arraez. He's got the ability of putting the ball in play. They force defenses to make plays. I think they win in a different level, but I think the superstars have to be superstars. Machado has to be Machado. They still have to hit the ball out of the ballpark, but they can. It's not like they are a punch and Judy team. They can do it. Fernando Tatis Jr. this past week, starting to swing the bat a lot better as well. I think those days off really played for him. Machado has done what he's done in big moments. I like this team. I like the veterans of this team. I get it. Do they hit home runs like the Dodgers hit home runs? Absolutely not. Do they do it at the same capability as the Chicago Cubs? No. But we're going to find out in Chicago and how that ballpark is playing this week, if the wind's blowing in, favor again the San Diego Padres.